guys? Today we're going to talk about a couple squat techniques that are overlooked often but very important. Those two techniques are opening the hips and spreading the floor. I'm going to talk about why we do that and how people get this wrong. So, what's the reason? Want to be wide? We always talk about building the posterior chain, which is the back of the body. So to do that, we go wide and we really want to get things in our hips. At the same time, we want to avoid any knee pain and we want to be in the most advantageous position we can possibly be in. So how do we do that? First, we start by opening the hips. What do I mean by opening the hips? Right now you can see my knee is neutral. Just sitting here, just normal, regular. Now watch my knee. You can see how it turns out. The knee is turning out by virtue of me twisting my hip out. So when I'm squatting, I want to make sure that I'm in that position of opening the hip. That's really going to allow me to set it in my hips, hamstrings, lower back, and glutes. When we're not doing that, it's very easy to just come down and let our knees pitch in when we really want to be opening. So, we've talked about opening the hip. Now we're going to talk about spreading the floor. So, I think almost everyone has heard Jen or I use the spread the floor cue. What do we mean by that? I don't know if anyone has ever ice skated, rollerbladed, but when you do that, you're pushing out for power. You're not pushing back, you're pushing out. It will also give you better control. So that is what we're doing when we're squatting. We're opening the hips and we're spreading this floor apart as hard as we can. Not only is that going to give you better control, it's going to give you more tension. More tension builds more kinetic energy. More kinetic energy while staying tight equals more power off the box. So what does that look like? Opening the hips, knees are twisted out, I'm spreading the floor apart, and I'm sitting back and opening, I'm sitting back and opening. That whole time, I'm continuing to twist my hips open, force my knees out to the side, and spreading the floor as hard as I can. I'm going to show you really quickly what that looks like on the bar. So we always grab the bar, remember we always set up the same way, hands even, eyes looking straight to the middle, get under it. I want to bring it out, step, step. So right here, this is where I really have to focus on that. I'm opening my hips, I'm twisting them out. I'm starting to spread the floor. One little extra thing I'll talk about is you can grab the floor with your toes. We use the term monkey claw. This is a great way to stabilize you and make sure you stay tight and grounded. So right now, I'm open, I'm spreading the floor immediately. I'm opening and spreading the floor before I even start squatting. Opening, spreading, setting back, while I'm forcing my knees out, forcing my knees out, continuing to open my hips, open my knees, and spread the floor as I'm coming off the box. Boom. One more time. Boom. What happens when we don't open the hips? We get a little bit loose, we're now spreading the floor. See how my knees come in and come a little bit forward. Come in and come a little bit forward. Doing this will put you in the right position to build the posterior chain, and it will also have you avoid knee injuries. And people who do have knee pain usually can't squat when they do it correctly like this. So that is the act of opening the hips and spreading the floor, and why we do both. Thanks for watching, guys.